All right, Mr. Lucca, you are back for us to talk once again about the road.
Yes, you are right. Once again on this long process, but here we are.
Well, thank you. Big shout out to you and the Ruta 160 committee. I know you guys have put a lot of time and energy into this, so I want to start with a thank you from the community to you guys and everyone who's working hard on it.
Yes, and thank you for this invite. It's very good because on all this process, the information is very good. So I will try to give the information of what we have right now so that there is not too much speculation because that is very difficult on this process.
Well, let's get into it right away. What's going on with the road right now?
Well, right now, there was a delay on when we last talked in July. There was a delay because some things on the contract that were not clear and they had to clarify. That was solved, and we had the expectation that they continue working now November or December, that they restart with the process, and they started. So that's a very positive thing.
Yeah. So I've noticed there's a lot of work going on right now. The Primera Dama is involved. So the First Lady, Costa Rica's First Lady, how much is she helping with this process?
I think it has been very positive. You know that La Primera Dama, Doña Claudia Dobles, she is in charge of the Guanacaste region, of all the development from this in this government, and so she is focused on all the projects that are going on in Guanacaste, and of course Nosara captured her attention. So she came here as the head of the project to make more pressure, and it has been very positive because now we have a better channel also with the government for communication, and we feel this is going very well. And now we have a few promises on the timing of the project, and so we can follow on that and make pressure on that.
Nosara has a long history of not feeling listened to or being ignored by the bigger governments. Nicoya, obviously, and relationships seem to be improving there. But it's kind of interesting to have the First Lady flying here repeatedly and standing in front of a meeting saying, I'm listening and we're paying attention. People in Nosara aren't used to that. We're kind of used to being ignored. So it's kind of interesting to see this happening right now. It's kind of exciting, really.
Everyone was very excited, that the notice that she was coming just happened a few days before the meeting, and you were there, I think, and you saw that it was full of people. Everyone was there, and everyone was doing good pressure. It was a meeting that was very positive because they felt the pressure of the town claiming for this to happen. I think that was nice.
It's interesting because it was loud and people were yelling and
yes,
and it was it was exciting to see that worked as opposed to being a negative thing. It actually was a positive thing. She saw like the passion and how people really feel.
See, and in the government, they always say that so that things happen, it's very important that the population get involved in the process. So this is a great example that this community is informed. We know what's going on. We know what to expect, and that makes the big difference to make pressure so that things happen, and they know that we know, so they cannot escape from us.
So speaking of which, what can the people of Nosara do right now to help, if anything? Like, what would you suggest?
Well, in that meeting, it was very clear, and she said that, Doña Claudia said that she was reading the messages that everyone was sending by the social medias in Facebook, I think. And that was creating a big impact. That's why they came to see what's going on, what's happening.
So we need to send a lot more messages to keep the pressure.
Yes, that is very important because there is really just a few people putting these posts on the medias.
Again, thanks to Andres, thanks to Evangelina.
Andres and Evangelina, they are pushing hard, and all the other people, they need to support those messages. They just have to reply to those messages and send many times, and that is what is creating
so that's why this is
impact.
happening.
Yes, she said that she's receiving that, and she will keep doing visits and informing about the process, and that we can still send them messages of what is going on, and she will follow up. So
wow. That's pretty cool. Well, good stuff. I guess my last question, what do you think? Like, what does a Ruta 160 committee think? Do you think this is going to happen?
See, well, right now the process is we have the promise that they will, in 5 months. It's, this is very precise information. We are concerned about the timing, but what we have right now is that in 5 months we should have what they call the sello asfáltico, which is like a protection shape. I don't know how to call it exactly, but it's like a sealer that they will put on top of the base that they are applying now, and that is to prevent the dust, and to also make a surface that is smooth and fine. That's not a final asphalt road, so that is very clear to separate both. So in 5 months we should have that, and then the last asphalt that will come, probably they said in 6 or 9 months they will start with it, because all that material is right now on a bidding process. So they have to wait that the bidding process finish, and they have to pick a company that will install the asphalt, and they have an expectation of 6 to 8 months so that get approved. That means that in 6 or 9 months, we can maybe see the first asphalt coming.
Okay, so there'll be 2 phases to this. The premier, I guess, sealer type phase, which it'll minimize the dust.
Exactly.
But we'll still have some bumps. And then the secondary asphalt phase, which you're saying 6 to 9 months after the first phase.
And, those our concerns here is that we have had in the last 3 years many of those promises.
Yes.
And even if we know that the contracts and everything, it's clear, it's there, the money is there, the first lady is involved in the process, and this and that, we know that something can happen. So that is when something happens. If something happens, we will go to the social medias and make pressure and all that. So our only concerns are, we know that this should happen. And the only thing that is concerning us is the timing on all this, as always, So you have the same answer this year as last year.
Yes. Your answer is, yes, I think it's going to happen, but I don't know when.
Exactly, yes. And we have some timings now, which is good, because that helps us to follow on the process, and we know where to make pressure. So we have to wait for the better, and be with the eyes very open, and when they are not proceeding as they should, we start making pressure.
Sounds like we need to hope the First Lady stays involved, and there's no big political change there, because that's what happened to us last time. Remember, there was an election and an administration change, and then the whole process basically got scrapped, and then you had to go fight to get it.
On this government, we still have more than 2 years, so that is good.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
I'm
not trying to be negative, man.
I know. I also laugh a lot about that.
Okay.
And so that is where we are right now. Our concerns are, as you saw in the process, that they finish a work and then nothing happens and everything gets damaged. So that is our concern right now, is again the same, because they are applying now the base, which is like the last, let's say, support of before the asphalt comes. So they are continuing with that, but they need to put the sealer so that doesn't get damaged.
Do you know if there's asbestos in the material that they have been using?
The what, sorry?
Is there asbestos in the material that they've been using for the road?
I'm not sure.
That would be really sad. I'm getting a lot of people asking me that because the dust is so bad.
It's very
and
bad.
Asbestos is very, very bad for your health. So I was asking you, you're not sure?
No, I don't know.
Let's hope not.
See.
Let's hope not.
So, and you know, those are our concerns, is that when they are working on a phase, and if the other phase doesn't happen, the work get damaged. That has happened all the time. So
okay, so hurry up and wait. The more things change, the more things stay the same. You have the same answer in the same situation as our first podcast episode, like 3 or 4 episodes ago.
See, so now we can follow up on this process. So let's say in 5 months, we should see no dust and the sealant, the sealer.
Can I interrupt you for a second? The sealant that they're going to put in, can that get washed away? So when the rainy season comes?
I think that's it. I don't know how to call it in English, but it's a shape. I think it's about 2 inches. Nobody knows exactly what it is, but it seems that this is about 2 inches. It's mixed. It's a bit of asphalt mixed with very fine stones and sand. It's like a pre-asphalt, something like that. So it's a hard surface. It's not a liquid surface.
So the rainy season is not going to wash it away.
No. And what they are doing is that, you know, they have a plan. Because our concern is that they apply that sealer, and then if it takes too long to apply the real asphalt, that gets damaged. And what they say is that after they do that, if too much time passes and that gets damaged, they have a plan of maintenance. So, but you know, that is our biggest concern.
Yeah, that last part sounds pretty scary.
You know, that sounds scary because you are doing you are paving a road and you are thinking on the maintenance before paving it. So that's not a good sign for us.
I'm so sorry I'm laughing. It's just this whole thing's such a joke. So from now, as we're recording this, we're in mid-December.
Yes.
So everything closes for Christmas and shuts down. Is that happening with the road too, probably?
Yes, on the 20th to the 6th of January.
Okay, so essentially 5 months from January, that's when the sealant is done, or that's when the sealant is starting?
No, I will count the 5 months from end of November. From the meeting with the first lady.
The first one.
That is, she said 5 months, and that is what we are. That is what we are in our heads. If it doesn't happen, we will go with the pressure. So it's from the end of November, we are counting those 5 months, because the work that they are doing now, that is part of, you know, on top of that, they have to put the sealer, and the sealers should happen. They should do at least, they said, at least they should start before the Christmas break with the first application, at least 500 meters. That is what they say.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. So the whole thing should be done by May.
Yes.
I guess we'll see.
We will see.
Well, hey, many thanks to everyone who's participated, all the support, many thanks to everyone who went out, yelled at the meeting and got the attention of the First Lady, and all the long hours that the Ruta 160 committee in particular has been putting in. So thanks for coming in. And let's hope that we're not sitting here in 6 months ramping up the pressure because they didn't do it. Fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm. No, I hope that I hope in 5 months we have like a new phase on this, and then we can talk again the last phase, because we have 2 phases, the sealer and the real asphalt. So let's go one by one. Let's talk in 5 months to see what happened with the...
Okay, I'll make my prediction right now. Here's my prediction. They get the sealer down. Mm-hmm. That happens. Mm-hmm. It doesn't do a good job, but it happens. Mm-hmm. And then they don't get the asphalt in time, and we're sitting here talking about that.
That is also what I think that is our biggest concern.
Yeah.
That is our biggest concern, because they are already talking about a maintenance plan for the sealer before the asphalt. So, but that is why we have to do the pressure right now. And we are in all the meetings. When they come here, we always ask, and where is the asphalt? Where is the process of the asphalt? Because maybe with the pressure that can come out sooner, because it will be great, and it should be like that. It should be like when the sealer is done, they put the asphalt. Not to wait that everything gets with holes, and that on that kind of material, the holes are worse than the holes on a gravel road.
Well, you have sufficiently scared me, so let's tell everybody to keep the pressure and let's get this thing done.
Mm-hmm. That's why we have to pressure, exactly. So now we know, the worst thing is to wait till 5 months without doing nothing, without doing pressure for the real asphalt, and then start like making the pressure. We have to start the pressure from now, and that is what we are doing in all the meetings. We are asking, and where is the asphalt? Where is that process? Where is the bidding process? What's going on? So, and we will keep doing that. We have now a lawyer company that's also very, it's I have to say that we have a very good support from a lawyer company that works here in Nosara. They have many clients here, and they said, we are open to help on this process, to follow up in San Jose. So we have them following that process, and they are lawyers. They know how the process here, what to expect, and the timing. They also have timings. They have to comply on the government. So that is helping a lot.
Yeah, that's all good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for the updates. Hopefully we're talking about something else next time.
Let's wait for the best in 5 months.
Okay. I'll talk to you in 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Lucca.
Okay.